the CBS 42 Washington Bureau, unless Republicans and Democrats agree on a spending plan, the government is poised to shut down for the first time in almost 7 years. Washington correspondent Vinay Simlot joins us live. So, Vinay, what happens next?
Yeah, Ani, we've got about 18 hours for members of Congress to reach a deal to try to keep the government open, and it seems like right now neither side wants to move toward the other. Democrats say if the Republicans don't agree to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, these health care subsidies, then they won't vote to keep the government open. Republicans say pass a short-term funding deal and we'll talk.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
A meeting between congressional leaders, Vice President J.D. Vance and President Donald Trump yielded no agreement on avoiding a government shutdown. Republicans need 60 votes in the U.S. Senate. They can't keep the government open without Democrats on board.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're talking about.
The Republican plan, a continuing resolution, would maintain spending close to current levels for 7 weeks. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says it'll give Republicans and Democrats time to agree on a budget for the full year.
It gives us enough time to finish the appropriations process, which is the way we should be funding the government.
But Democrats say in exchange for their votes, they want an extension to health care tax credits that help subsidize insurance. They're due to expire at the end of the year.
Healthcare premiums, copays, deductibles, and costs are about to skyrocket. There was a division, or possible division, between the president and the two Republican leaders.
Both parties continue to blame the other.
It is totally up to the Democrats.
But it's in the president's hands whether to avoid a shutdown or not.
And complicating all of this, President Trump has threatened to fire mass firings of federal employees if the government shuts down tomorrow. The Senate is in session in just a few hours at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and the Senate Majority Leader says they will be voting on that short-term spending plan. Ani?
7A, what would close if the government shuts down, and what would stay open?
Yeah, air traffic controllers and TSA agents would all continue working, but their hiring would stop. Military personnel would continue working, but none of the federal employees would continue to be paid until after the shutdown is over. Your Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all of that would still work. It would probably be harder, though, to get people on the phone if you're having issues with them. And then, of course, one of the big industries over there in Alabama is space. NASA says that they're hoping to keep folks working on that Artemis 2 mission to the moon still working during a government shutdown to make sure that moves forward as planned.
Yeah, a lot of people here watching that for sure. Vinay Simlot live in Washington. Thanks, Vinay.
Also out of